Kia ora. This is a Wild Magic Tavern podcast.
Welcome to
Fury of the Small!
Excuse me. Does anyone go there? We are three beggars seeking refuge for the night.
Ice Lot window opens.
Hello?
Hello. We are three beggars seeking refuge for the night.
Mayor Tenderloin don't like beggars in Arundel. You gnomish?
Yes, I am a gnome. If it's all the same to you, sir. I quite fondly remember Mayor Tenderloin speaking to the importance of charity in his last speech.
You know Mayor Tenderloin?
Personally, yes.
You've heard the speeches before?
Yes, every single one.
Come here into the light.
And he holds up a torch next to the little slot.
I'm blind.
At the sight of him approaching a human approaching me, I start growing basically spikes on my back, start standing up on end, kind of like a cat, and the tablecloth starts shredding off me as I go into kind of defense mode and grab for my bone club.
Keep the tablecloth on her. Okay. Shh.
Listen here. We don't want 4 beggars entering.
It's just 3.
Just three, the other one's hiding.
That's right.
But 3 beggars.
What
Not 4.
I'm going to get you to make a persuasion check. I'm going to say it's a disadvantage.
What? That's crazy. Is it because one of the beggars is hissing?
Okay. Natural 20?
Ooh!
Natural 20?
That's crazy.
Plus 4.
What do you say that cinches the deal?
Get us in this town.
What do I say?
You have you have carte blanche on it. On what happens to make this happen for you.
Look, I don't know what your name is, but if Mayor Tenderloin were to hear from my mouth, I may be down on my luck, but he has taken a particular interest in me and my 2 beggar friends. If you take one more step towards me and don't open this gate, I'm sure he will come down very harshly indeed on you and all who know you.
Those were some gold-piece words you said there. Listen, I'll let you in. And, look, if you do know the mayor, just put in a good word for me, all right? Me and the missus, we're having a bit of trouble with the boy. Come on in.
Opens up a door in the vaulted gate and allows you 3 passage. He's staring down at you. He's a young man. He still towers over you 3.
Can I sneak in behind them?
We'll get to this.
As I go past, I snap at him like a piranha.
You gnash, and he gets back and said, "Is that a mask? Are you mummers? It's just a play."
We are 3 beggars, sir. And that, my friend, is that.
Do you know who he reminds me of from Gremlins 2? The one gremlin that can talk? It reminds me of that. The one who sings New York, New York. Has anyone seen that?
I think
I'll show you it after.
You turn on your heel, walk away? Is that the energy you're giving?
I maybe stand between him and Sly and point back to his little guard box.
Very nice. I will say, because of these natural 20s, I'm not going to give you disadvantage on moving through essentially the single door with this little crowd of goblins. So you have an opportunity. Stealth check. The DC is 10, which means you need to roll a 3 or higher.
Oh, I rolled a 3 plus 7, 10.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
You sneak in and then you press in behind the slowly growing form of Sly as your quills, almost like stray quills like me on the back of a pig-like creature, begin to poke up. And you duck in right behind Sly's back. And as the gate swings shut, you're pretty sure the guard doesn't know that you're there.
Right.
Right, if that's all.
Oh, please let it be all.
Good.
Oh, if you want to, there's no room at the Apple, but I think they're letting people stay in the stables.
Right. The stables we go.
I think I've learnt one phrase in common just very hurriedly before we came down the hill. And I turn to the guards and I say, "I'm blind."
Yeah, all right. Good night. And he sort of...
Actually, sorry. Just because we're blind. Which direction is the stables?
Oh, I'll get you sticks. And he goes in.
Thank you, sir.
And he goes into the little guardhouse and he comes out with like some pieces of reed that maybe he was cutting to weed into a basket and hands one to each of you three.
Perfect.
So that you can tap along.
Yes, we will.
It's straight down this main way.
Can you be any more descriptive than that?
Shall I come with you?
No. We'll find our way. Come on, you two.
All right.
I'm blind.
Where do you lead the troops, Scritches?
Cowan's Cuts, I think, is where we're heading.
How did you do that?
If you can speak the language, you can make anything happen.
Wow.
Smiggly, you have swung yourself into a shadow at this point and tracking alongside. On your shoulder is Potato, who is quite happily looking around the village.
Lovely. I think as we're going, I just have a sense I might want it, so I'm going to try my first spell. It's really hard work for Smiggly. Smiggly's not very good at it. And I'm going to cast Mage Hand. And I think it manifests like a little bone, like bones but made out of wooden sticks.
Oh, amazing. So
like
like
a little-
as you're going like from a tree,
Yeah.
all of a sudden like swept up like in a little dust mote, this comes and forms a hand.
Nice. I'll just pat it and keep it on my other shoulder from Potato, kind of basically looking for things to pilfer.
Amazing. Hammondale is very dark. The walls are wooden, beamed, small shuttered windows, many of them closed. Hammondale rises and goes to bed with the light. But on this main road, you do notice, Scritches, that there seem to be some remains of what looked like a town celebration of some kind. There is still some bunting that is stretched across the street, a little more rubbish on the ground than what you would have normally expected Mayor Tenderloin to allow. And so it has the feeling of maybe there was a festival day recently.
Is there any leftover food? Any like scraps of food or anything?
As you look up and down the main street and you sort of round the bend, you can see the heart of the town square, which is lit up. And the Fallen Apple Tavern, the main tap room, is still very much awake, which is not uncommon. Many of the travelers like to spend a long night in the Fallen Apple. But all of the shutters out front are open. There are tables out in the main square. And it feels like whatever the celebration was, it's just winding down. But its focus was in the town square. So even though it's very peopled at the moment, maybe later in the night there would be a decent amount of scrap.
Okay, so how are we doing so far? You two all right?
Yeah, it's a bit scary.
Yeah, but you're doing great.
Oh, thank you.
That phrase in common is stunning.
I'm blind.
Yeah, keep it up. Sly?
Can I kill them?
No, there's too many, okay? There's quite a lot here, and if we're discovered, they're all going to descend on us.
If they come from me, I will kill them.
All right. Sounds good. Smiggly.
Yes,
Oh, you're there. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellently, thank you.
Okay, my plan is to take us all to the barbers who I work for sometimes.
Barbers, what does barbers do?
That's where I got all of these
Oh,
beautiful
no,
wigs.
no.
No, he's a friend.
Hair.
Yeah.
What good is that?
Well, he does do quite a lot of things. Like I said, he wears a lot of hats. There might be something there. He's quite good at medicine and putting the big folk back together, so there might be some thing for if we get a cold or something. He doesn't know I'm a goblin, I guess, but he likes me. I sweep up after him.
You should tell him you're a goblin.
I'm not going to do that.
You should be proud of what you are.
I am. It's just complicated.
You're wearing a lot of strange things for someone who's proud of what they are.
So's your brother.
I'm having fun.
Making your way through Hammondale between any location requires all of you to make a DC 10 stealth check. But because of your disguises, if it is better for you, I will let you also call it a performance check. So you could either make a stealth check or a performance check, your choice, to traverse from your current location, the gatehouse, to Carwin's Cuts.
13.
Nice. Tomish?
I rolled a 6 on my performance.
Very
I
good.
rolled an 18.
Very nice. Smiggles?
19.
Very nice. How do you get distracted, young Skree? What distracts you in this strange place?
I think it feels like we were like crossing kind of on the edge of the town square, which looks into the Fallen Apple Tavern, where all the people are. And it's kind of bustling. It's kind of like some like swirly lights.
Nice.
And I feel like everyone else has kind of like shifted
Gone
on.
off the main path, but you stay
Yeah,
on the
they've ducked
on
around the
road.
back of Carmen's cuts, but I'm just kind of standing there staring at the people.
Luckily, it requires 3 successes, and so you have your 3 successes. Skree, you quickly realize that you've fallen behind, and you catch up.
Oh.
You are at the door of Carwin's Cuts, which is a little hole-in-the-wall barbershop, sort of squeezed between 2 other residences. Carwin is not a rich man, but he gets enough trade in this town of wounded adventurers, of travelers who need something in the way of a shave or one of their friends patched up, that he makes do. There is a front door, and then on the other street behind, there is a back door. Typically, both of them are locked.
Do I know where the key is?
The key to the back door, yes.
I'll go see if I can find that.
You proceed around the house, and as you arrive, which is a narrower alley, we'll say, you see roped and sleeping outside Carwin's is a dog. He didn't have a dog when you knew him, but he seems to now.
Well, shit. That's not so good. I'll double back to my friends. There's a big dog. Big dog.
Okay.
Outside the back door.
Animals are our friends.
Yes.
Yeah. This one might be trained to kind of make a lot of noise if we're discovered, though. I don't think he's home.
Shall I go speak to it?
Do you think you can make sure it doesn't make any noise?
No, I don't know.
Smiggly, you think you can do it?
I mean, can you?
I don't know.
Well, take Potato.
Okay.
Off you go.
Okay.
I could too, but I'm tired, so I can't. I won't. Otherwise, I could talk to the animals too. Obviously,
Yeah.
I can't. So yeah.
There's a peal of laughter as what sounds like a trio of drunks stumble down this main street. With your stealth checks, you will press yourselves into the shadow as these 3 gigantic people, easily twice your size, stumble down the lane, reeking of this strange scent. Very heavy. They stumble past.
My eyes glow red, flicker as they go past.
You can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I totter up to this dog and I've fashioned some kind of haversack that I'm wearing over my lederhosen, and I've been scavenging for materials since we've been in the forest living, and I kind of am rummaging through it, and I find a little tuft of wolf fur that I found snagged on a branch somewhere in the forest, and I hold it up to my lips and I speak to this dog, and I say ancient goblin words that I've learnt from overhearing my mother speaking to animals, and I say hello. Hello?
Hello?
Shh, quiet. We're going to be quiet, okay? Yeah.
Dog gets up. It's kind of like clearly a mongrel, but it has some sheepdog in it. Maybe like some big like guard dog in it. White belly, very black, shaggy fur, big floppy ears that hang down, almost obscuring the eyes.
And I say, in ancient goblin, I say, remember where you came from. Remember generations ago who you were in the big forests.
Make a persuasion check.
12.
The DC written down here is 12.
Who are you?
I'm a friend.
Strange smell, friend.
Yes. What do you need?
Suddenly freezes, looks over your shoulder. Hackles go up. You turn your head and you see sitting serenely behind you, Potato.
What?
Who is this?
You shush him down enough.
I kind of whisk Potato. I kind of shush Potato with my hand to walk further away.
Potato looks up to you and disappears.
Okay. I turn back to the dog. Yeah, it's okay.
Where'd it go?
But the potato's gone away. I come over to it and I kind of reaching a tentative hand out and kind of like with the wolf fur still up to my mouth, I'm kind of stalking very gently up to it.
Scritches, you poke your head around the side.
All good.
That little flurry, And you just see Skree stroking the belly of this great big dog with one little hand.
Feels nice.
I'm going to come over as well. I'll give it a pat as well.
More strange little ones.
Yes.
One foot starts thudding.
I used to work for your master. Tell him that I used to work for Cawley.
This is my friend and also your master's friend.
Immediately, like the big wet nose goes down and like snuffles all over you and then like rests on your wig and then goes to your wig.
I'm undoing the rope tied around the dog.
As this is happening, I want my little mage hand, like a pointed finger, to be floating towards the door.
You thought that you'd sent Potato with Skree, but Potato's actually been with you the whole time.
Yes.
Hand is moving toward the door, little twig hand. What do you do?
I'm moving my finger towards the lock, and like a key, I want to put that mage finger in the keyhole and rootle around and try and unlock it.
I cast Mage Finger.
Finger lock.
While your friend is untying the dog, your brother, I will let you make a sleight of hand check.
12 plus 7 is 7, 8, 19.
Very nice. The DC for the locks in Hammondale is 15. You work at the lock while you gently, Skree, untie the dog's rope.
Yes.
He doesn't even realize it's happened.
Yes. But I say, be free. Off you go.
Oh,
Go for a run. Remember,
where?
off and away.
Raises his nose up to the air.
Food.
Exactly.
Food.
Yes.
Food.
And he begins to run down toward the main town square.
Very good.
Great. That's that problem solved. And now I'll just put the key in it. Hang on.
You look at like this little mess of twigs that is like going, and then as you reach up, the handle goes, clicks down.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, you didn't realize, but earlier I followed the drunk people, like basically to the end of the alleyway. I didn't follow them fully, but my bloodlust has sort of allowed me to crawl on all fours. I've shaken off my tablecloth. I still have the wig and the blindfold on, and I'm on.
You see some pretty wonderful things. At one point, one of them stumbles into the back of the other, who turns around. You don't understand, but and then they start to thump and have a go at each other. You watch as like these big, brutish creatures end up in the gutter having a bit of a brawl.
I am just watching from the shadows, and I'm enjoying it. I'm smiling, and my little pointy teeth are bared, and I have my tongue kind of lolling out, watching and enjoying the rage and the violence.
Potato is at your side, lays a little paw on your foot.
Potato!
As you look back past Potato, you see as your friends are all entering the back door of the barber's.
I bound back on all fours.
You are inside Carwin's narrow little shop with an E. High shelves, ointments, oils, tools of trade behind many a cupboard. This place is a bit of a trove. There is a single narrow stair that leads up to Carwin's room on the uppermost level. But he is not home, and everything in Carwin's is at your disposal.
I'm thinking about like the razor blades. I'm thinking about any medical supplies.
You immediately go to a tall standing pantry-like cupboard and open it up. Inside, you find daggers, razor blades, butcher's knives, a surgeon's saw, a trove of metal tools and weaponry.
You feel me brush up against you, and and when you look down, I'm just holding my hammock satchel just like fully open.
Yeah,
ready to go.
I'll pour everything I can. I'll take everything I can. Also, he is also a butcher.
Yes.
Any food?
You proceed down to the other end and you open up a dark, cold storage cupboard that he has. There is a very expensive block of stone with a cold rune carved into it, which keeps this room very chill. And there are 2 hanging racks of what look like small game, rabbits and pheasants and the like, suspended in here.
As soon as it opens, I'm already in, basically climbing a carcass. I climb to the top and start like undoing it. And then comically it falls with me on it, basically. And then I kind of almost pick it up in mouth and start dragging it out like prey.
Object by object falls. This is good food. It will not last a long journey, but this is like the greatest feast that you guys have seen in a very long time.
Maybe we should check his room?
Yeah, let's do a sweep around.
Who goes upstairs?
I'd let Smiggly take the lead.
Yeah, I'll take the lead.
What were you doing out there, boy? Out in the main yard? What you doing to me?
Okay, that's Carwin. So
Get back in here. Get here.
And and there's a little yelping sound from outside the back door.
Yes, you big boy. Come on. Come on.
I'll run upstairs.
what are the exits?
Yeah,
You have
I'm
the
gonna
front
hide.
door and the back door. So the front door is still locked, but he's approaching the back door where he and his dog were before. You get down and hide.
Yeah.
Have I got the keys to the
You
back
have
door?
the keys still.
I would like to
Fucking hell. Where did I put those things?
run to the back door, lock it.
Come on.
And you hear crates moving around. He keeps it like under the corner of some old shavings.
Come on. Get off my leg, boy.
Carwin is outside and he's sort of looking for the key. He is a bit slurred. You think he might also be drunk.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and lock the back door.
You lock the back door.
Yeah.
You pause.
You stupid boy. What are you doing with them, mate?
And you hear another kick and the dog yelp again.
He's hurting that wolf, and I gotta do something about it, I think.
Yeah,
The spikes on my back begin to raise up.
You arrive quickly upstairs. You see a single cot bed pressed into a corner, no windows in this room. There is a little bedside cabinet. You go to it, you quickly open the door, and you see a metal tin with coins piled up in neat
Take 'em
little
all.
towers.
Take 'em all.
You grab them all, you shove them into your own little makeshift sack.
I'm gonna try and cover all of our tracks, close every door, close the cabinet, get everyone joined up by the front door, and wait for Smiggly.
I'm going to say make a survival check. The survival check is your attempt to disguise what is going on.
Can I get it in and help?
Yes.
So advantage?
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm wandering towards the back door, club out, swinging at side like I'm about to rail on this dude.
13.
13, okay. You quickly close the door. Cold store is closed. You sling one of the meat hooks back up. You look around. At a glance, maybe it'll be okay. You turn. Sly is approaching the back door, which has a thud on it.
We're gonna leave out this front door right now. Sly?
He hurt the dog.
I know you hurt the dog, but if he discovers us here, the whole town...
Human monster master.
No. I don't think we should kill anyone. He's kind of nice. We should leave. Please, Sly.
Sly, come on. Please.
The eyes dull slowly from a flicker, and it's almost like senses kind of knocked back and
I flick the lock open on the front door, open the door, and try and usher everyone out.
Amazing. I'm going to get... How are we going to roll this? I'm going to get everyone to roll a d20 and add their initiative bonus to it.
Ooh.
And I'll say, with your preparations, I'll give you the number that you had before. 13 is your DC. You need to be the 13.
Oh, shit.
you wrote
Oh, that's bad.
That's bad.
add your initiative.
Add your initiative bonus.
That's bad.
8.
8,
9.
We
9,
all- 7.
7. And what was yours?
7.
7. You are all gunning for the front door. The key is in the lock. And as that happens, the back door lock shatters and breaks. And Carwin, in silhouette, is there with the big dog at his side, hand firmly on its collar.
What's that? Who's that in me house?
Carwin! It's me.
He stumbles in. It's very dark in here. He hasn't lit a lantern.
Is that my boy?
Yes, Carwin.
Is that Master
Tom.
Master Tom?
the gnome?
Where the hell
blind
have you
gnome.
been? It's been roaring business. You got my key.
Yes. I was trying to find you, so I just let
One
myself in.
second.
And he goes over to a cabinet, slumps against it, pulls out a lantern.
No. You look tired, Carwin. You should go to bed.
It's been a bit of a blinder.
Yes, exactly.
How you met me, Doug?
And he calls over the dog, gives it another little kick.
You shouldn't do that to your animal. That's
Was he here when you got here?
No. I don't think so. Anyway, I'm just came through the back door with the keys, as I normally do.
Where's my light?
You don't need
Let
a
me
light,
go.
Carwin. It will hurt your eyes. You should get into bed.
Where have you been, Tom?
You know how I like to wander.
You got friends with you?
Yes, these are my two friends that I found wandering.
I'm blind.
Can I have dipped like behind the surgeon's table and I'm slowly trying to make my way behind him?
You can make a stealth check, I think, at advantage.
Cowan, please, you must get into bed. You know what it's like when you get like this. You know, you just need a rest and a lie down.
11.
You got my key.
Yes, you showed me where it was.
Hello, little blind man. Looking down over Sly, who is unsuccessfully stealthed around the other side of the table.
These are my cousins.
He's wearing a funny mask.
Yes. For the festival.
For the festival?
Yes.
You mean the celebration?
The celebration, that's right.
Of the heroes.
I'm sorry?
The heroes celebration.
Yes, the hero celebration.
Aye.
Yes, that's why we're...
Is that why you come back to town?
Yes,
because of the heroes celebration.
Word of the heroes has spread far, and so I decided to return. With my cousins for a party.
So glad. Be good business, the heroes. Good business.
Anyway, I think you should go to bed. And you know what? We're all pretty sleepy too. We're all blind and we've got to find our way to the stables. So it's going to be tricky.
I'm so close to him that my drool is on his foot.
Amazing. I'm going to get you to make a persuasion check. And we'll say because he is drunk, he has not managed to light anything. There is a 12 on the check. DC 12.
14 plus 4, 18.
He leans down, looks at the drool on his boot, but doesn't quite see it. Looks into a shadowy corner where you and Potato are pressed, but he doesn't quite see you. You're blind. And I'm blind drunk. I'm going to go upstairs, but you come back in the morning, you hear me, Tom?
Bright and early.
You know where to put the key?
Yes.
Can you tie up my dog?
Yes.
You're a good man, Tom. Always been a good man. And he...
Thank you, Cowan. You've been kind.
Stumbles up the stairs, hits
Cowan,
his cot.
What did the heroes do? All right. I think we should make our way out the front door now.
What'd he say?
He snored. He's asleep.
No, what did he say to you in the common tongue?
He said that there's a party in town. He was drunk and he thanked me for my service because I was a good help.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm feeding a frozen rabbit to the dog.
There was lots of good food.
Yeah, good.
Look, we've got a couple of options of where we want to head to next.
Did you say there was a place here where it was like when Mama would make healing stuff?
Yes.
There's a place like that here?
There is. There's two.
Okay.
There's one that specifically deals in these liquids that you drink, and then you do all sorts of things. There's ones that make you grow very, very big, or even smaller than you are. There's even ones that make you fly.
Wow.
Let's get them.
Yeah, or there's just a store that does kind of everything you might need for a long journey. That's weapons, that's armor, that's supplies.
Both.
Okay.
Let's do both.
You want to do both? We'll see if we can do both. The sun might come up before then.
Yes.
Make another stealth or performance roll as you scamper through the town.
All of us?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Your choice, stealth or performance. DC is still 10.
I'm going to give myself a luck.
Whoa, that's awesome. What I got?
15.
15, nice.
I'm going to roll this with advantage.
They've thrown the tablecloth back over me, but I'm still on all fours, so it kind of gives the effect of like an old beggar woman, you know, like at a 90-degree angle kind
Like
of thing.
true Peter Bruegel,
yeah.
like beggars of that ilk.
Yeah.
What do we got, Arlo?
I got a 17.
17. Thomas?
19 performance.
You kind
Easy.
of look like a walking table.
Yeah, like a table. With a wig. A ginger wig.
Buoyed by your 2 diplomatic successes, you make your way to the apothecary. This is a glass-fronted shop with a small display stand behind the window, which does indeed show 3 potions on a beautiful little doilied stand. You're not quite sure what they are. Your reading of common is not as strong as your speaking of it. But they look certainly like those magic potions that were occasionally sold for top gold. Looking at this shop, it's a little more high-end. There is a single front door, a second story, and also a chimney, which is a light, which suggests to you that the apothecary is probably in, but they live on the top story and the shop is on the bottom floor.
So he's the person's home. So, I mean, this might be a little bit more tricky.
Smash and run.
And I like dink, 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 dink the front window. Is there a window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen drunks out tonight.
You know, that's actually a wonderful idea.
We can run. We are faster than them.
Okay, how should we do it?
Who's fastest?
I just smash the window. I just pull up my bone club, as you said, who shall do it, and then I just whack the window. I don't know if I can smash it or not, but I will give it as good a whack as I can with a big bone club.
Bone Club, Little Goblin Barbarian, easily can smash the window. The tinkling of glass is immediately met by the peal of an alarm that is not of mundane nature.
no.
A rising up and down siren-like call, a magical alarm. But even as it rings out, those 3 potions are easily in your hands.
Yeah.
I'll grab one.
Is there anything else in the store?
You look beyond. On the apothecary shelves, you see Skree in the light that also pings on what look like many glass bottles, wooden boxes, and dried inside those glass things, you recognize many of the ingredients that your mother would have used.
Oh, I scamper in and grab as many as I can.
Very nice. You scamper inside. Your brother disappears quickly into the shop, and it looks up on the shelves. Make a medicine check.
12.
12. You grab a handful of things that you recognize. These jars are quite heavy. They're laden into your arms. You put them into the satchel. That's an action. That's an action. Scritches, do you do anything in particular in this moment?
I try and recall if there's any secret places around here that I could lead them to.
There are some gaps between houses that are small enough for you. The rooftops are also a viable option for goblins at night. You have used them before. But yeah, I'll say that they'll be somewhere in this part of town.
Okay.
You do your harvesting. You look back, and Scritches is already considering getting on the move. You know that there is a night watchman somewhere on the streets, and they're probably on their way here right now.
Okay, just quick as you can, and then to the rooftops. This way.
Coming.
With the 2 remaining potions, I ape-like try and climb up a drain pipe or something towards the sky.
1, 2, 3 goblins in the night. The 4th Skree stumbling along behind. Climbing a building requires an athletics check.
No.
Acrobatic?
Acrobatics, yeah.
That's pretty acrobatic, right?
I will say, if you do acrobatics, the DC will be 12. If it's athletics, the DC is 10.
Cool.
Beautiful.
It's the same.
15.
15.
19.
Oh, natural 1.
Natural 1.
Terrible.
I miss it by 1.
You miss it by 1?
Yeah.
Fury of the Small. If you want it.
Talk to me about Fury of the Small, Paddy.
Fury of the Small is a cool, unique ability, which all of these goblins have. It's a dice that starts out as a D4. They can use it up to proficiency bonus times per episode, so that's twice per episode at the moment. You can roll it to add to any D20 check or to damage. If ever you roll the lowest value on that dice, if ever you roll a natural 1. Who's rolled natural 1s? Just now? This is perfect timing. Your Fury dice grows in 1 size. So your Fury dice currently, Smiggly, is a D6 because of your failure that you just had. Everyone else's is at a D4, and you can use them to basically turn a failure into a success.
Incredible. So I got a 11 on the die, minus 2 athletics, plus 3 for my Fury of the Small.
Amazing. Skree, Scritches, and Sly are all atop the building. You attempt to climb up. Your father was an adept tree climber. He showed you the technique, but your foot slips and you land hard on your back, as has happened to you many times in your life. Your eyes squint, then open as you come into focus. The little head of Potato is looking down at you. And you look up. All of your friends are on the rooftop, and now you can hear the sound of human footsteps hitting the pavements.
Oh, I think I feel afraid, truly afraid. And I know I'm not going to make it up, so I just try and hide as best I can.
Is there anything we can throw down to Smiggly?
Do we have time?
Make a stealth check first. And do you guys have a rope or anything along those lines?
I've got a vine
You've
whip.
got your vine whip. Amazing.
Yeah.
Stealth check here.
Stealth check is good. That's 17 plus 7.
Absolutely amazing. You duck, press yourself flat up against the stonework as boots run past toward the apothecary shop. These are guards, the night watchman, and 2 others. They hold flaming torches in their hands. But in their haste, they completely miss you. All of a sudden, there is a tap on your shoulder. You flinch, but then you see it is a whip made of vine that has been lowered down to you by Sly.
Grab it!
Okay, I'll grab on.
Hoisted up, back up onto the rooftops. Again, your feet begin to travel. From rooftop to rooftop in this cramped little village town, it is relatively easy to find points of hiding and egress. But now there is a bit of a hunt on for someone in town. The voices that carry up to you,
Oh, bloody drunks out at night. Sounds like it's all folding up at the apple, so boys, keep your eyes open. We don't know no trouble out here, or may a tenderloin be having my head, you hear me?
this catches your ear. No word of goblins, but they think some trouble is afoot. I'm going to say, who's got potions?
I've got 2.
You would not know what you're looking at.
No.
You look down at the potion in your hand. In the moonlight, you see a face on this potion bottle. Deep wrinkles, long ears, long hair, a smiling visage of the elf that killed your mother is imprinted on the label of this bottle.
Chills.
And you're frozen holding this bottle on the rooftop while your companions listen out for the guards down below. Scritches, you catch Smiggly frozen.
Smiggly, come on. We gotta move.
I can't say anything and I can't move. I'm just looking at this potion.
Smiggly, what's up?
Come on. We need to move. They're looking for us down there.
Skree, look away.
Okay.
And I'll just turn and show the bottle to Scritches.
Blusterful's brews, the finest magical potions on the Scimitar shores. This is a light draught called a potion of healing, revolutionary on the shores. 1 sip and your wounds doth close.
Can I have it?
It's a monster. We should break it. But I'll pass it over, sort of.
This beautiful green bottle handed over. There are 2 green bottles and 1 blue glass bottle.
I hand mine over also. I have no want for it.
The blue glass bottle advertises itself as
A lesser restorative.
Healing.
So jolly.
Lesser restoration.
So you have 2 potions of greater healing and 1 potion of lesser restoration. All bundled
And
under Bluster's
some in
brews.
some other ones.
Yeah. Scritches will rip the labels off
You tear them away.
And tuck them into the pack. We can't afford to leave anything behind. Okay.
We should smash and grab the weapons too.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll decide when we get there if it's. I'd rather draw less attention to us if that's possible. But yeah, we'll head to the general store.
By rooftop, you head to the general store. Once again, I need you to make your checks. Performance will no longer cut it, has to be stealth. The DC has risen as a result of the alert being raised to a 15.
Oh, Lord.
A 15?
Yeah.
Oh, 10.
Standard stealth check.
Ooh, that's bad. That's 7 plus 2 is...
That was a natural 1.
Your fury dice grows by 1 size.
Cool.
I meet
15.
a 15.
What about you, Sly?
I'm a 10, so I can't use my
Can't
fury.
use
of the
fury.
small.
What about you?
9.
9?
Natural 1.
Natural
You could get
one.
it with a
We all
with
did
a 6
bad.
on your
Maybe I
fury
should.
dice.
If you use it... Oh, yeah, well, why
You can
not?
use it twice per episode, but if you roll the lowest value on it, it goes up to its next size.
Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try my D6. What did I get? 9. Okay, here we go. Come on. I got a 6.
Whoa!
How's that?
Come on now. Come on
So
now.
who stealthed? The brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The schoolboy and the table walking.
Table with a merkin.
Still got the wig on.
We will say that this moment occurs as you are having to leap over a sort of a gap in a street.
The guards are like, I saw a table jumping up a pink
Brothers, you two are holding back, but as Mr. Scritches and Sly leap over the alley, there is a cry,
Oi!
and torch is raised up into the air. You look down, you see a night watchman, big red bulbous nose, lantern in his hand. Usually he whistles as he goes about his beat, but right now he is being quiet. You saw that his lantern was hooded in such a way.
Is this the stables?
Who's up there on the roof? Oi, boys, we've got people on the roofs.
Is he alone, this guy?
Appears to be.
Right. I'm going to try a sneak attack.
Amazing.
With my, I'm going to try it right now. I'm afraid for our lives, and I'm going to try a sneak attack.
You are hidden, so you can you can take a shot with your slingshot.
So, 16 plus 5 is 21.
Hits.
Great.
This guy has got 15. He's wearing breastplate.
You have a slingshot?
Yes. It's like a tiny little handcrafted thing, and I just hit rocks at people. It sort of was like a fun thing once, but I've been practicing. Okay, so it's 6 plus 3 is 9.
9, and then roll another 6.
1. 10.
Okay, 10 points of damage to the night watchman. You knock very cleanly the helmet from his head, and he's got like a big bruise on his brow that is already bleeding as he stumbles against the side. We're gonna roll initiative.
Oh my god!
Carroll.
I want to run away.
15.
That's trash. 5.
3.
We're frozen.
No, I laugh. As I see the bruise appear on the man's head.
16.
16 for Smiggly.
Sly just yells out, got him!
Unfortunately, the guard rolled a 17, so he's in before any of you. He is going to blow his guardsman's whistle.
Oh, I hate that.
He is going to roll a d10. On a roll of 4 or higher, 1d4 commoners will hear the sound and arrive at the location. Gonna roll the dice.
Shame.
That is a 5. Joining him on the street, 4 others open doors.
What's that? What you talking about, David? Why'd you wake me up?
David.
And members
let's
of
go.
the Hammondale community begin opening their doors and their windows. Smiggly, what do you do?
Are we close? Are we on opposite
You
sides?
guys are on opposite sides of a narrow alleyway.
You and me are together.
Okay,
You're still hidden.
And we're on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Great. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop my mage hand into the mess of people and just try and create chaos.
Amazing.
And then I want to try and look to Skree, but we're good at forest, and I just want to try and join the others.
Amazing. Mage hand of twigs forms in the middle of a crowd of peasants.
Witchcraft! What's that? Everybody stay back.
As your instance of goblin magic, one woman straight up faints. As you leap across the rooftop, you look back and your brother is on the other side.
Great. And I'll just, at the end of I'll just gesture
Come on, Skree, come on.
Okay.
It's your turn.
I'm following you while simultaneously I speak to Potato. And I say, Potato, go, distract them.
This is a bit of fun, isn't it, my boy?
What?
And Potato leaps across.
Yes. And I say, Potato, jump on them.
Potato looks down and gives you a wink, and then leaps down amidst the commoners.
The guardian?
Scratch and bite, scratch and bite. And I jump across the rooftop and follow my brother.
Potato yells and is scratching up the face of the night watchman. Which brings us to Scritches and then Sly.
Okay. There's a cat and a twig hand.
Yes.
Anything else you can throw in?
The cry of witchcraft has gone so shrill.
Yeah. Can I move back away from where I'm out of sight and then try and fire an arrow across the street so a window on the other side of the street breaks?
Ooh, a great notion.
Love this.
Take your shot. We'll just call it a armor class of 12.
What have you got? Have you got a short bow?
He's got a short bow.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
11.
11 thuds into a piece of beamwork. Not quite
so
enough.
quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. Action surge. Take another shot.
Go for it.
No.
Second shot. Equally, your hands trembling. The town has never been dangerous to you before. The town is now a dangerous place.
Scratches, come on. Scratches, come on.
Sly, you watch as Scritches shoots 2 arrows into nowhere? What?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Cock my head, inquisitorially at him.
Just sweat.
And then at the absolute chaos, it's like, you haven't seen this happen before with me, but it's like I've had like a lid on a pot this whole time, waiting. But suddenly the tablecloth flies off as the spikes on my back protrude out like kind of like a dragon, like that. My eyes glow red and I'm gonna fly into a rage. And I just take off along the rooftops,
Amazing.
away from the chaos, running on all fours.
All of you running across the rooftops, one by one. Are you guys doing anything other than just dashing?
No.
No.
Great.
As I run, though, across the rooftops and jump from bit to bit, I'm just laughing absolutely, just insanely. Like...
I also hope that the mage hand, after creating some chaos, is just pointing at different people.
The mage hand at this moment, you feel your magic sever as it is like shattered by a broom that is brought down upon the twiggy magic of it. You are running across the rooftops. Dash, dash, dash. Does a 17 hit your armor class Sly?
God damn.
No.
Don't ask these questions,
A what?
Paddy.
17.
Yes. I have like no armor on at all.
You take 10 points of piercing damage, reduced to 5, as 1, 2 heavy bolts thud into your side, one after the other, and you hear from the town square, "Yeehaw! Looks like we got ourselves a goblin hunting Hammondale on the eve of my celebration."
Fury of the Small was produced by the Wild Magic Tavern in partnership with the Spinoff. It was written and game mastered by Paddy Carroll, with Tom Eason as Skree, Hope-Higginson as Smiggly, Arlo Gibson as Scritches, and Brynley Stent as Sly. Series artwork is by Lars Cawley. It was produced, edited, and sound designed by Aihe Butler. Special thanks to Sam Small, Olivia Marhood, Lewis Gregory, Mad Chapman, Jen Follett, and all our nerdy mates we've played D&D with over the years. Check out the Wild Magic Tavern on Substack, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you really enjoyed listening, please rate and review Fury of the Small on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Thanks so much for listening, and we hope to have you back at the table soon.